Now next is about mass communication. So what is mass communication? Mass communication means giving information, communicating with people, or communicating ideas, information, everything to a large number of people at the same time. Communication with a large number of people, communicating with a large number of people at the same time. That is called mass. Mass means large number of people. So communicating with a large number of people at the same time. But how? Yes, through newspapers, through radio, television. These are mass communications, because people all over the world, they are reading newspapers, they are seeing television, they are hearing radio. So communicating to a large number of people at the same time is called mass communication. Sending information to large number of people, we use mass communication. We use books, magazines, newspapers, radio, television. These are all mass communication. First we learn about newspapers. Newspapers, yes, newspapers has become a widely used communication. Why? Because people all over the world, they read newspapers. Newspapers contains many informations. It has informations of sports, entertainment, and news, political news, etc. Yes, the newspaper is a necessity in modern life. It is now printed in almost all languages. One of the main benefit or main advantage of newspaper is it is printed in all the languages. So all the people in their own language, in their mother tongue, they can read the newspaper, they can understand the news very well. That is the most important benefit advantage of newspaper. It's spread in all languages. It spread the news in all languages. So it is now printed in almost all languages and in all countries of the world. It gives us news of what is happening in the world. Newspaper is giving us news, actually what is happening in each and every corner of the world each day. Formerly, newspapers contains only news. First starting it contained only news. Yes, formerly means starting it contains only news, but now they contain not only news but also views on various subjects. Okay, before there was only news we can read in the newspapers. Now we get many informations in newspapers like sports, news and entertainments, many advertisements, etc. we can see in the newspapers. But thus now there are various classes of papers. They can be classified according to the number of times they appear in a year. Some are printed daily, some twice a week, some weekly, some fortnightly and some monthly. There are newspapers that are printing twice a week, some newspapers daily. To our homes and all newspaper we are getting daily. Some newspapers they print twice in a week 2 times. Some newspapers are printing weekly once. Some fortnightly. Fortnightly means every 2 weeks. Fortnightly means every 2 weeks. So every 2 weeks we get that newspaper. Then and some monthly. So there are newspapers we can classify according to the number of times they appear. Some daily, some weekly once, some weekly twice, or some once in 2 weeks and some monthly also. So before newspaper has only news, but nowadays we can see different information on various subjects we can see in the newspapers like entertainment, cinemas, advertisements, sports, political news, etc. We can see many information in the newspaper. And newspapers main advantage is that newspaper is available or it is printed in all the languages. So even all the people everywhere, wherever they are, they can read the newspapers according to their language. So that is the main important thing. People are so comfort to read newspapers in their own languages. Yes. So next is television. Yes. So that's about newspapers. Next one is television. Yes, television. Television is one of the most important inventions of the 20th century. Yes, it's one of the very most important invention we can say. Why? All are enjoying by seeing television, isn't it? Yes. Most popular means of communication is nowadays mass communication, we can say television, because we can see at the same time, hear, and at the same time we can see, isn't it? We can see and hear. We can enjoy every programs by sitting at home, by seeing and hearing. It has brought cinemas to our home, many information to our home. Yes. So who invented television, you know? John Logie Baird. This scientist invented television. John Logie Baird. He invented television in 1926. He invented television. John Logie Baird. Yes, so television is one of the most important inventions of 20th century. Today it is as popular as radio. Television is a good and healthy source of both entertainment and education. Yes, it is a healthy source of both entertainment and education. It brings the news of education, news, informations, what is happening each and every corner of the world, then advertisements, then entertainment, cinemas, etc. The world seems to have become small because of television, because we can see what all happens in each and every corner of the world by sitting at home. So world became so small in front of us because we are seeing in television. We are seeing what is happening in America, what is happening in Russia, what is happening in China, wherever whatever is happening. We can sit at home and we can see. We can see with our eyes the events that take place hundreds and thousands of kilometers away from us, miles away from us. What is happening? We can sit at home and we can see and hear. Thus, television is a powerful medium of mass communication. It is a powerful medium of mass communication, isn't it? Yes. So, it has brought many entertainments, many programs, cinemas, everything to our home. Yes, we can sit at home and we can see what is happening miles away from us, all over the world, what is happening. So, it is most powerful medium of mass communication, we can say. It was invented by John Logie Baird in 1926. Yes, so that's about television. Okay. Next is radio. Yes, radio. Science has many gifts for us. Radio is one of them. Science gave us many gifts. Radio is one of the one gift gifted by science, we can say. One gift given by science. Radio is one of the most important media of communication. All the countries have their own radio services, and it has become so important that one cannot think of doing without it. All the countries, they have radios, and all are listening to the radios. It's so important, and one cannot think without it. So that much importance they have given to the radio when it was invented. Radio was invented in 1924 by Marconi. Yes, by Marconi. It was invented in the year 1924 by the scientist Marconi, an Italian scientist. It transmits audio information, and electromagnetic radiation is used to transmit or receive impulses or signals without connecting wires. It transmits audio information, means we hear only the sound. We cannot see as in the television. We can only hear the sound of the person or the program, whatever happening. We can hear, not see. So it transmits audio transmission, and electromagnetic radiation is used to transmit and receive signals. So because of some signals transmitting and we are receiving, because of that thing this is happening, that waves are called electromagnetic waves or radio waves. We have learned already in mobile phone that can travel long distance, so that it transmit and it receive something. It's transmit, signal are transmitting and the other somewhere it is receiving. So that's the way we are hearing it. So about that, how radio works and all that you will learn in higher class. Now without connecting wires, no wire is connecting from here to far away. Without connecting wires, we are able to hear it. Whoever is sitting in anywhere, in any part of the country, they can hear the radio programs without any wire connection. Yes, because of the waves that are transmitting in the space. Yes. Each radio transmitting station use a different frequency of radio waves to transmit, and one only needs to switch over the appropriate frequency to listen to one's desired station. Yes, so if we want to hear radio news or radio programs, it also gives us information. Then many programs, information on education, some news, entertainment programs, everything is there in the radio. To hear that, we have to, there is a button over the round, we have to turn it according to that frequency. We can hear. Frequency is the, actually there is appropriate frequency to listen it. When we turn it to the particular thing, then only we can hear. So everyone should switch over to that. They have to turn the switch to that frequency level so that we can hear it. The amount, frequency is the amount or repetition we can say. So to that level, if we switch on to that, then we can hear the program. So about this you will learn in detail after, okay. So that is about radio. Radio is one of the gift by science, and when radio was invented, people, all over the world, they were in such a situation that without radio they cannot live. So whatever happens in every part of the world, they can hear it. They can hear every message, every information, every news, and it also has entertainment programs. So they wanted to switch on to that particular frequency, then they can hear the programs that is transmitting to that particular station. So each place they have a station, radio station is there. From there they send the signals through which all the people in the house itself, they can hear it. Yes, that's about radio. It was invented by Marconi in the year 1924. So that's about mass communication, children. Mass communication means we are communicating with large number of people at the same time. At the same time, we are giving information to a large number of people, because newspapers, radio, television, everyone, many people, millions of people are reading newspapers, seeing TV, hearing radio. So we are giving information to a large number of people within the same time, at the same time. That is why it is called mass communication. We are communicating to a mass, to a large number of people. So we learned about radio. Radio invented by Marconi in the year 1924. When it was invented, yes, it was like without radio there cannot be such situation. It was because they can hear everything, they can hear all the programs, they can, even entertainment programs also was there. Yes, so people sitting at the house itself, anywhere, in any part of the country, they can hear the radio messages and all. Then when television got invented, people became more happy because television brought cinemas, entertainment, all programs to the home. They can see and hear. Radio they can only hear, but in television they can see and hear. Both the things, they are happening at the same time, audio and video. Here in radio they can hear only audio transmission. Here they can see and hear. Yes, so it also brings so many information to the home. Many events that take place in different parts of the world, we can see through television. By sitting at home, we can see. Yes, so world became so small when we see television. Then newspapers. Newspapers' main advantage is that it is printed in different languages. So all the people, they can easily read the newspapers in their own language. They can understand all the news, whatever is happening each day, each second, in every corner of the world. They can get this information through newspapers. Before there was only news, then now we can see many topics, many subjects, they are added in newspapers, entertainments, advertisements, information about education, many things we can see, many information we can see in the newspapers. Yes, so this is called, that is about mass communication. Okay. Yes, children, so we were learning about communications. Yes, so sharing of ideas, information, expressing our thought, that is actually communication. Expressing our ideas, thought, etc. Yes, sending and receiving messages, it is actually communication. So when language was developed, people started telling through the mouth. Before they used many symbols, pictures and all, gestures, means some actions for communication. After the development of language, alphabet came, words came, they started communicating through words of, through mouth and all. Yes. Then Gutenberg invented a printing machine. They print books, magazines, etc. Through books, people gained knowledge and all. Yes, so there are different ways of communication and number of ways by which communication can take place, like gestures, sound, speech, writing, printing, radio, film, television, telegraph, etc. And the main present day communication, mostly commonly used means of communication is postal communication, telecommunication and mass communication. So postal communication, when postal service was there, people were used to send letters through inland card or postcard to the people those who are far away from them by writing letters to them, etc. But nowadays, because of email and social networking media, people using these letters, it became so rare now. Yes, very rare we can see the postal service. We have speed post service also, and to letter transmission means it can transmit through air, land and water also. Yes, and speed post we can send some urgent messages very fast through speed post service. Then telecommunication we learned, like telephone, internet, email. Internet and email is one of the fast and popular means of telecommunication nowadays. We can easily send message, we can send photographs, whatever we want to the other part of the world, country, by sitting in our home. Even in many offices which are computerized, they use full email system. Business cannot work out without emails and all. So the business people, office people, those are working, it's so safe and so fast, so flexible for them to use this mail by sending messages to others, other organization or other people. Personal mails also we can send. It is so reliable. We can send to other person those who are miles away from us within seconds. Yes, that is email. Then we learned about telephone. Telephone is invented by Alexander Graham Bell. Yes, we can hear the voice of a person by sitting at our home, just dialing the number. Yes, but because of mobile phone, it became more easy. Mobile phone is the most popular means of communication nowadays, because communication became more easier. So comfort by using mobile phone, isn't it? We can reach a person anywhere at any time. In less time, in few seconds, even we can see and talk to the person. Yes, but it has disadvantages too, because it caused a lot of disturbance at the same time. Then we learned about mass communication, communicating with a large number of people at the same time through newspapers, magazines, so then television, radio and all. Radio was invented by Marconi. Those days, without radio, people cannot be, they can hear the news, everything, programs, entertainment programs were there. They can hear everything, whatever is happening in each and every part of the world, they can hear it. Then television, invented by John Logie Baird. Television brought everything to our home, programs, cinemas, all information. We can be at home and we can see what is happening in each and every corner of the world. Yes, television became actually the most powerful medium of mass communication, we can say, because we can see and hear. Yes, and newspapers, it is printed in all the languages, so it spread news in all languages. Before there was only news, then again they added many subjects. Now we can read political news, information on education, then we can see entertainment things, we can, the advertisements, etc. we can see on newspapers. What all jobs are available in different sections, so many informative it is. Newspapers, and all can read according to their language. It is available in their own mother tongue, and there are different kinds of newspapers that are available daily, once a week, twice a week, fortnightly, it's every 2 weeks, monthly, like that. So that's about mass communication. Now it's time to recall the different ways of sending information. That it is called communication. Different ways of sending information are called communication. Newspapers, radio and television, they are means of mass communication. The telephone is the most used means of communication these days. Yes, telephone Means mobile phone actually. Mobile phone is the latest development of the telephone system, and it became, because of mobile phone, communication became so easier. The radio is one of the most important media of communication. Mobile phones have brought a rapid revolution in the field of communication. The field of communication, it brought a sharp change. It has changed the world, we can say. Email means electronic mail, the transmission of messages over communications network. The communication is became so fast because of, with high speed, because of email, because one computer is linked to another network, another computer through different networks, and also because it is connected, linked to other computers, we can send the mail to any person anywhere in any parts of the world. In the earlier days, people were using animals for sending mails. Yes, they used pigeons to send messages from one place to another. Military people also use this method. Even some people use horses and camels also. Earlier they used animals to send messages. Yes, so that's about our lesson, communication. So children, we have completed the lesson, and read the lesson as many times as possible. Okay.